My name is Maicia Shower. And are you guys ready to get this party started? Yes. This guy, he's awesome. We have an open mic here every Wednesday, and he has become a regular, and he's super funny, all the way from Austin. Please help me welcome to the stage the one and only Mr. Clemente.
Keep it going for the host. Yes. One of those Mexicans from Puerto Rico. We all know them. I am the only dude on the show. I got the invite because I do have breasts. So good to be here. Thank you. I also have white hips. We're not talking about that. Good to be here, you guys. I just had to take a short break from comedy. I recently had monkeypox. I don't know if you guys are familiar. It's a tough one. I was pretty sick. One good thing about monkeypox, though, is once you get it, you don't have to tell your dad you're gay. Yeah. He just knows. He knows not to call me. Very exciting. It's been a rough December for me. My favorite rapper of all time just came out as a Nazi, so it's been hard. I don't know if you guys are watching Kanye, but stop. We should all stop. He was on. He got interviewed by Alex Jones a couple weeks ago, and he made Alex Jones seem like a reasonable guy. It was really wild stuff. He's wearing a mask, talking about Jews. I think he's just become like a Batman villain at this point. It's pretty wild. And like during the interview, he said he didn't hate Hitler because Hitler invented microphones. And then I had to Google that, which is also embarrassing. Because Google was like, no, stupid, what the hell? Yeah, and I should have known that. I should have known, because there's zero Hitler like footage of him just going on a meth rant and then looking down and being like, by the way, guys, you see this shit? Call it a microphone. Pretty cool, right? It's, guess I'm not a total asshole. No, never happened. Yeah. And like, I feel like I should, cancel Kanye, but I also have the college dropout on vinyl. So, it was $35. He wasn't a Nazi in 2004, you guys, so, yeah. Tough. Plus, he had that documentary on Netflix. I don't know if you guys saw it, Black Klansman. It was pretty good stuff. Moving on. No, it's crazy. Nazis are really out here. One of my coworkers dated a Nazi, and she didn't even know, She just said they wanted different things in life, which is crazy. She was like, yeah, I mean, the white supremacy stuff was weird, but he was also nice to me. And I think that's a reflection on how bad it is to date men right now. I think that's really, she was like, the Nazi called me back, okay? It's wild. They're tired, women are tired of fuckboys and they're moving on to Proud Boys. It's a different time. Oh, but she said they wanted different things in life, she wanted to settle down and start a family. He wanted to settle down and start a race war. Thank you. Her idea of a perfect date was like a candlelit dinner. His idea of a perfect date was January 6th. So, different priorities. She couldn't believe that he would cheat on her, and he couldn't believe in the Holocaust. So they're really classic romantic comedy, yes. Anyway, you guys, I haven't been to Temple very many times. Do y'all have Black Israelites here? Do you guys? I don't know if you haven't seen them. They're black guys that stand on street corners and they yell Bible verses very aggressively, and they believe, that they're the real Jews and that the Jews are lying. I think that's what I have to ask Kyrie Irving really to find out. But it's crazy to me, I think being black and Jewish is a powerful combination, because you're black, so you're great at basketball, and you're Jewish, so you control the weather, Making it rain both ways, it's too much power, you guys, Like, you're Jewish, so your dad left you a trust fund, but you're black, so your dad left you, it's different. It's a wild combination. It's a wild stuff. I started going to therapy recently. It's a good time. It's fun. My therapist actually recommended he microdoses mushroom psilocybin, and he was recommending it to me. Just taking small doses, get more energy, things like that. He was like, take some and then come back and talk to me and tell me how you feel. You notice a difference or anything? And so I was, going to take just a small dose. I just took like 5 grams, just a really small amount, minimal. And I kept a pad and pen with me. I was like, I'm going to write down things that come to my mind, uncover some trauma, figure out my life. And all I had written down after like 5 hours, I came back down, I checked to see, and all I had written down was pop that pussy. Yeah, I still don't know what it means. Rapper's been saying it for like 30 years. It sounds cool, but it also sounds too aggressive. You know what I mean? Like it sounds like an injury in the WNBA. Like they were ahead until Tiffany popped her pussy in the 3rd quarter, but now they're out of the playoffs. This Russia-Ukraine war is pretty crazy, right? I just can't believe it's still going on, you guys. Russia did like a draft not too long ago, and I thought it was crazy at first, but then I got excited. I was excited to see what round Brittany Griner was getting picked up in. That's a first rounder. She can dunk. Okay, she's a beast. She got traded, which is cool. It's fun, good stuff. But it's crazy because like she's gonna come back. She's gonna get a TV deal, a movie deal. She's gonna get a book, and all of us are gonna go back to not paying attention. It's too bad. It really is. We should really support our female athletes. We really should, because it's good to know which cities have the strongest lesbians. You know what I mean? Like it's good. Maybe not. Okay. Just saying, support the female athletes, especially the ones with penises. Breaking all the records, you guys. I think it's crazy. People are like, should we let them in? Duh, you should let them in. Do you want us to watch? I don't know. Wasn't ready for that one. Let's move on. I am a sports fan. Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, recently got to meet a photo surfaced of him from 1957 at his high school in Arkansas, where he was protesting desegregation. He was protesting blacks and whites coming together. And I think we're being a little too hard on the guy, because it was 1957 in Arkansas. You know what I mean? Like, if you were alive in 1957 and you lived in Arkansas and you weren't racist, are you even American? That's a little suspect. Seems strange to me. No, but you guys have seen like older movies, from like the 50s and 60s? Like slurs were abundant back then. Nobody noticed. They just let them fly. Back in the day, racial slurs were like cigarettes. Everyone had a couple in their pocket. They were ready to share. They were fun but addicting. But now, it's different. Racial slurs now are like heroin. You know what I mean? Like still fun, still addicting, but now you hide them from your family. Now you don't. Keep that on the down low. That's good. Racism is an interesting topic, you guys. I feel like a lot of us have a little bit of it still. Like I'm not racist, but I have like moments. Like you ever eat food so bad that it turns you temporarily racist? Like I had Panda Express a couple weeks ago. Terrible experience. I was like, we gotta do something about these goddamn Mexicans. They're really... That's enough of chicken. That's a good joke, because you've been to Panda Express, and we all know who's back there. It's not Asians. Never one time. Fun. I don't know if y'all been paying attention to politics. Texas and Florida were busing migrants from the border to New York City, Chicago, Martha's Vineyard, all the coolest places. A lot of people were upset about it. I was kind of jealous. You know, like, I wish I was a better Mexican. You know, like, I want to go on a field trip. That sounds exciting. I didn't even get an email from old Greg Abbott, you know? No invites. It's too bad. I'm not a great Mexican, you guys. Like, my Spanish is awful. It's terrible. And people don't believe me. You know, like, when you're Mexican, you don't speak Spanish. It's a lot like being a big girl who can't cook. You know what I mean? People just look at you. Like, well, then why do you look like that? You know, your face doesn't match. It's true. It's true. Fun. My name's Clemente. You know, very, very Spanish name. It's not a common name. I grew up in West Texas. I got picked on because of my name. I still remember, like, in high school, the teacher was doing the roll call, and she was like, she said this out loud. She was like, every time I see your name, I think chlamydia. Yeah, she said that in front of 50 people. It's crazy. So I was just like, man, I'm gonna have to fight this old white bitch. Or give her chlamydia, one of the two. No, it was wild, because like a few years after that, I had like a random hookup, and I actually got it, you know, for a week. I'd take pills and everything. But it was like, it was wild to me, because how often do you get a disease named after yourself? You know what I mean? Who else can brag about that besides like me and Lou Gehrig? I think there's only two, and I'm pulling it off better, I think. I don't know. I don't have any ice. Anyway, yes, this is fun. I am half Mexican, I'm half white as well, which I know throws a lot of people off because I look like an evil Mario brother. I understand that completely. Cool being mixed though, you know, like I'm white, so I got to go to summer camp a lot as a kid, you know, but I'm brown, so sometimes it was immigrant camp. You know, I'm brown, so I work really hard, but I'm white, so I get mad at myself for stealing jobs. It's tough. My name's Clemente, you know, so I sound like a Mexican explorer, but I'm white, so it looks like I'm trying to stop Mexicans from exploring. It's a tough dynamic. I am dating a black woman right now, which is cool, it's fun. I'm actually the first guy she's dated outside of a race. You know, she thought she lucked out picking me, but joke's on her, I have a black guy's credit score, so, you know, true. We have fun together though. Like we have cute nicknames for each other. Like when I go down her tunnel, she calls me El Chapo. Yeah, when she goes on my tunnel, I call her Harriet Tubman. So it's a good mix. I like that. I like how y'all responded. That was good. Very nice. But no, I am in a relationship. It's a lot of fun. We recently started using handcuffs in the bedroom. I don't know if y'all have tried it out. It's a good time, a lot of fun, the handcuffs. But I feel like it started to mess up like other parts of my life. You know, like now I can't come unless I'm getting arrested. I live in Austin. It's not that easy to get arrested in Austin. They have like 50 cops, and 10 of them are horses. So I don't know. I didn't know horses could be racist. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird. I got told recently that I have a prison body. I didn't know how to say that, you know, like, does it look like I do push-ups, or can you tell that I've been molested, you know, which one is it? Saying you have a prison body is just a nice way of being like, you look like you've never jogged, you know, like, you look like you haven't jogged in 5 to 10. Nice. I am trying to be healthier though, you know, I'm trying to watch my weight. I recently went out and got a Fitbit, you know the thing, you wear on your wrist and count your steps. I thought it would motivate me to go run. It hasn't. Now I just wear it around the house. But I have learned a lot about myself. Like I just recently discovered I can masturbate for 3 miles. So that's pretty good stamina, you guys. That's a whole 5K. I got an athletic kick, so no big deal. No, I am trying to improve myself, you guys. I've been trying to stop with like pornography, you know. I feel like it's a bad habit, it's an unhealthy habit. So like instead of like watching porn, you know, when I get like an urge, instead of watching porn, I replace it with something more positive, you know. Now instead of watching porn, I watch professional wrestling. Yeah, which is actually gay porn. I didn't know that until I got into it. A lot of similarities, a lot of differences, porn and wrestling. You know, like wrestling, you know, much better acting, but porn, much better choke slams. You know, so it's give and take. But they are similar, you know. They're similar in a way that the best ones, you know, the superstars, know how to take one on the chin. Didn't think that would work. You guys are cool. That's fun. But yeah, I started cutting back on drinking because like I read a study. It said it's a real thing. You can look it up. It said straight men who drink excessively are more likely to get drunk and like attracted to the same sex. You know, like you get so blacked out that you just go for whatever. And I used to love blacked out, you know, so I was like, whoa, I gotta dial it back, you know, I gotta stop, I gotta go cold turkey, you know. I'm not sucking any more dicks. So don't people think I have a drinking problem, you know what I mean? It's a bad look. I think I messed that joke up. Yeah, I probably did. Ignore that. You guys, I had to go out, buy a vehicle recently. I hate car shopping, it sucks. Like I'm a bigger guy, you know, so I wanted to get like a big truck, you know, the lifted ones. I wanted to look cool on the road. But I feel like men get judged unfairly, you know, if their vehicle's too big. Everyone's like, oh, overcompensating, you know, tiny dick guy needs a giant truck. So I had to think about it. I was like, you know, what vehicle matches my dick the best? You know, what's the most accurate representation? And I think it's like an old rusty Mustang. Sometimes it's still pretty quick, you know? It's been beaten up way too many times. For some reason, it always pulls to the left. I don't know. Should take that in. I should check that out. No, but I ended up, I didn't get a Mustang. I ended up getting a Subaru. Yeah, so now my dick's a lesbian. So that's, it's interesting. It's interesting stuff. Have y'all seen that Jeffrey Dahmer documentary on Netflix? Yeah, wild stuff. That guy, Dahmer, you know? I didn't know this until recently. Like, 10 of the people he ate were black guys. He ate mostly black guys, which I think makes him like the most woke serial killer of all time, you know? Like, he knew better than to eat the toxic whites, you know? Like, he knew better. He was ahead of his time. You gotta respect a man who respects seasoning. I'm also a fan of soul food. Okay. I don't know if it's racist, you know, what he did, because like if you kill like 10 black people, yeah, those are hate crimes. But if you eat 10 black dicks, you know, I don't know if that makes you racist or just a Kardashian. You know what I mean? Fun, you guys are fun. It's going good, going well. Okay. Like I mentioned, I'm in a relationship right now. I feel like dating right now is harder than it's ever been, you know? Because women want a guy who will take their breath away. I'm just tired of choking these hoes. It's really, it's too much, ladies. Stop watching true crime, okay? It's getting, I'm not an aggressive guy, you know? I can't handle that stuff. I had a girl ask me to tease her with a knife in bed once, you know? That's scary. Like, I can't have a knife out while my dick's also out, you know? What if I fall and re-circumcise myself? I can't get into Jewish heaven, you guys. I don't know if you're familiar. Jewish heaven, it's a lot like Christian heaven, except in Jewish heaven there's no foreskin and Jesus isn't allowed. If you guys aren't familiar with Christian heaven, it's like Muslim heaven. Muslim heaven just has like more explosions. I was just kidding, you guys. That's a joke. It's a joke, don't worry. Muslims don't go to heaven. Okay. Thank you. These are good, fun times we live in, you guys. This is my impression of two non-binary people on a date. What are we? Thank you. Worked super hard on that. cool. I feel like there's a big push right now for like vegan food, you know, Beyond Meat, all that stuff, which is pretty good. I feel like eating a vegan burger for the first time is a lot like eating a trans vagina for the first time, you know? Like first taste, you're like, oh, this is new, you know, this is exciting. I'm into it. But then you get halfway through and you're not sure if you're eating new pussy or just some leftover dick. You know what I mean? But then you finish, and you feel better about yourself and the environment, you guys. I'm just putting you guys. I've never actually had a vegan burger, so can't relate. You guys have been wonderful. Thank you. Give it up for your hosts.